What's up, everybody? Welcome to VGU Plays. This is episode 4, and I'm your host, Joshua Mobley. With me this week is James Mangello,
Hello.
and that is it. We're gonna play some Halo.
Josh James going at it.
Yeah. What do you feel like playing? This like got way bigger since I've been here with like FFA throwback and all this stuff.
FFA throwback?
Free for all throwback, King of the Hill and Oddball free for all, I guess.
Why don't you go ahead and just pick whatever you want to play in, and I'll just go over it.
How about let's go SWAT for now.
All right, let's do
SWAT.
SWAT.
Jesus. Oh man. Oh no shit. Okay, so I was on Yahoo. You heard about a Romney face tattoo guy, right?
No, I haven't.
There's this guy, he got, you know, the like Romney R that was going, like, you know, he's using the like red and the blue or whatever. And this guy got that R like on the side of his head. And like we've been making fun of him for weeks. Sorry, it's a shameless plug, but Lunchtime Adventures, show about politics on YouTube. Go look it up. I'm on it. And we were talking about Romney face tattoo guy. And my friend said that there was a news article that said, guy with Romney face tattoo upset with election results. Like, no shit.
I thought he was just getting it just to get it, and he actually wanted Romney to win.
and then there's an article on Yahoo right now that says, man to remove Romney face tattoo. It's like, well, yeah, I mean, he's not going to keep that on for the rest of his life.
Not complex. All right, I guess I'll vote for it because I always go with the flow, right? Sorry, threw you off there.
Yeah.
Do you hear about? Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm done. I'm good.
Did you hear about the Crimson Map Pack?
Yeah, I heard that it exists. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I put up a news story earlier today about it. It's the first of 3 map packs that are coming with the War Games season pass for Halo, and it's got Wreckage, Harvest, and Shatter. Wreckage is a medium-sized asymmetrical map for like King of the Hill, Capture the Flag, that kind of stuff. Harvest is a small map, Capture the Flag, and Shatter is a large symmetrical map, like good for like Dominion
like
or King of the Hill.
Stuff.
And the map pack's also going to include the extraction game mode.
What is that?
Basically where like you have like you have 2 teams of 5, and you're attempting to extract there's lag. You're attempting to extract like an object, from different parts of the map. If you start an extraction and you finish it, you get a point. But if you start an extraction and the other team stops you before you can finish the extraction, they get a point. And it's the first to 5. Oh, the Italian stallion guys dropped. It's going to be you and me against the world here.
Damn. It's me against the world. Some Tupac. I like Tupac. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, so it looks pretty cool. There's actually a map pack trailer.
Yeah, I was like...
It shows off the maps.
I was at school just perusing joystick on my phone, and I saw, like, that rumored map pack got revealed, and I was like, oh, okay, whatever. I don't know that I'm going to buy it, because I haven't been playing this that much, so...
Yeah. I'm probably going to... I don't know, can you still buy the season pass? Because, like, I'm probably just going to go ahead and buy the season... Whoa. Darn it.
Now, what if I had, like, more expendable income and we played this more often? I just got, like, my ass kicked right there.
Well, I got all those Microsoft points on Black Friday for half off.
Oh, yeah, well, there you go. You can,
for the purposes of being able to download those.
Yeah, well, you can spend the Microsoft points on the... Ooh, headshot. On the, season pass, right? You don't have to, like, credit card or anything.
Yeah, no, you should be able to use them. It's just points.
I don't know why you wouldn't, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Although I really, really hate Microsoft points, which is why I like really love the PSN store, because it's just money. So I know exactly. I know exactly what I'm looking at because it says $4.99, and I'm like, okay.
it's
thing.
meant to make you it's meant to be difficult, you know, because you always have extra points that you don't need, and you have to buy more,
I
and
know.
you can only buy them in preset bundles. And yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's meant
The
to
only restriction Sony
manipulate people.
has is you have to spend at least it's like yeah, you have to spend at least $5. If you spend any less, it charges you $5, and the rest goes in your wallet. Like, so you have like leftovers. But I mean, I always spend over $5.
Oh.
Like, cause
So I guess there is a similar thing to the
yeah,
kind
but
of like the
other
Microsoft
than
points.
that, I mean, if you buy something that's $7.99 on the PSN store, your credit card only gets charged $7.99. You don't have to like charge it $20, you know, and do a bunch of yin yang bullshit, you know.
A bunch of yin yang bullshit.
You know what I mean? Cause you're like, oh, I gotta buy like 5 points or
Yeah, like
five
I need
dollars
5
or
points, but I gotta buy at least like a 400 point bundle.
yeah.
Yeah, that's annoying, but usually I don't have to, like, if I'm getting a DLC or something, it's a lot, and I usually need basically all the points that I end up buying. I usually only have like 80 points or so lying around.
And get a gamer picture.
Yeah, I can buy like an avatar item or
You know
something.
what's great about on PSN when you buy an avatar, it just says like 50 cents. Like, some actually PSN Plus people get a lot of those for free. I got my Jet Set Radio one, which I have right now on for free,
Ah,
and I dig it because it like transfers between my Vita and stuff. And god damn, just got shot.
I
And
think I just saw your weapon fly
I
in
was
front of my
playing
screen.
I was playing Wipeout today. And I don't know why like they have like a little in-game profile that shows all your XP and stuff and what vehicle you're currently using, and it has your like PSN avatar on there all in crisp HD, and I'm like, man, that looks so good on my Vita. Vita, man, the screen on that thing is just, it's fantastic. I can't wait till they start making TVs with that. Like, OLED is the next thing,
It's the
apparently.
next thing.
Yeah, so that's where like a lot of, I mean, there's a lot of hardware in the Vita to begin with. That's why it's so expensive, but it's got an OLED screen, which is sharper than HD. So like, when you look at it, it's just absolutely gorgeous. Like everything's so crisp and clean, and you're like, oh, it's so fantastic. Also, I don't think Wipeout should have got like 6s when it came out. I feel like it's a 7.
I'm not even sure I know what you're referring to. Is that game show game?
No, Wipeout is like it's it's like a futuristic racing game.
How we doing? We're not
Where
doing
you race in these we are not winning.
no.
You race in these like flying vehicles sort of, or these hovering vehicles, and then it's kind of like Mario Kart where you roll over these pads and they unlock like weapons or shields and stuff, and then you like they unlock little machine guns and you fire at each other, and you can like blow each other up or slow them down and stuff, and it's all in the future. It was like a pretty I don't want to say like popular. I don't know that it's like extremely popular, but it's popular enough to where PlayStation fans know it. You know, like it's there.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
I just hadn't
there's so
heard of
many
it.
PlayStation
It's you said it's a
franchises.
Vita, right?
Yeah, there was one there was one on PS1. I don't know about any of the other ones. And then there was one on PSP. It was like a PSP launch title. And then they had the Wipeout 2048, which is the one that I'm playing now, and it was a launch title for the Vita. And it got like 6s and 6.5s, but I feel like it should have got a 7. Like, I mean, it's fun. It's not like the greatest racing game ever, you know, but I'm having a good time playing it.
Wow, shoot.
I saw that
Wow, I can't believe I got that kill.
I saw that Medal of Honor Warfighter was like $20 on Black Friday, and I almost bought it, but then I was like, ah.
It's okay, but I haven't picked it up. I haven't picked it up since I finished playing it for the review. Which, I mean, the thing, I think we were just talking about this before we got on, but like, the more you get into gaming, the less you enjoy each particular game, because like you don't play it as long because you have a million other games to get to. Like
Yeah.
I would have played more Medal of Honor if that had been like the one game I got in October, but like, or even the one game I got October and November. Like back in the
Yeah.
day, you get like one game every couple of
Well, I
months
mean,
maybe.
most people that actually play video games aren't like hardcore gamers like and then most hardcore gamers are not like us. They're not journalists. So, journalists have to keep up with like everything. Hardcore gamers don't. They have a choice. They just choose to play like a lot of games. And then journalists, it's like, yeah, we like to play lots of games, but it's also part of the job. Like, we gotta know what's going on in the industry and like, what's good, what's
Oh,
not, all that stuff.
shoot.
I'm very
Well, like,
open-minded about games too. Like, it's hard for me to say like, oh, this sucks. I can always find something pretty positive to say about something, but not like Matt.
yeah, I mean, the part of the well,
Matt hates
uh,
everything. Killing spree.
Matt hates everything he doesn't love.
Yeah.
Like if he doesn't absolutely love it, he thinks it's trash. Um,
Yeah, basically.
Hi, Matt. I know you're listening. the uh, the thing about it for me is that like sometimes it forces me, especially because like doing reviews, like I do all the DLC reviews for Mass Effect, like because I did the regular review, I figure I got the DLC. Um, to be honest, I'm not sure. I probably would have bought Omega, but I'm not sure if I would have, played it as quickly as I did, or I probably would have like, I'll get around to it. Like, but I had to write a review for it, so I had to, burn up that day basically just playing Omega, and then writing the review for it, as opposed to picking kind of which game I want playing, which I don't. I kind of also sometimes just feel obligated to play certain games because I bought them. Like I bought Dead Island on Black Friday. I'm kind of obligated to play it. It was only $8, but I'm kind of like I gotta play it. And even though now we were talking before, too, we were talking about it a lot before we started recording. But
Yeah.
we were also talking about how Dead Island was just. I was starting to get frustrated with it a little bit because I was like, it's a little too hard, And I don't like having to go on and play co-op with other people. I like playing by myself, especially big RPGs and things. I like to just go offline mode and do my own thing. And it doesn't do a great job of like scaling the enemies down. There's just a ton of them, and the whole zombies throwing you around like you're a rag doll is a little annoying too. But crap. But I mean,
I just saved that guy's life. Woo!
did
Dude,
you get the medal for it?
I've killed so many people without dying. I'm on like
Holy moly, we're winning!
I know, I changed the tide, man. I've just been like running around. Oh, there it goes. I have like 19 kills, I think.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It was like killing frenzy for a while. I'm like, all right.
Holy moly. Yeah, like I had like maybe 2 or 3 kills in a row, and I was feeling pretty good about myself there. I don't think I ever got a spree. If you're watching this, you'd probably remember if I had gotten a spree. I probably didn't.
Double kill. Playing League of Legends with someone was really fun today. I never have anyone to
Not allowed
play with.
Say his name.
Yeah. No, I played with
Oh, you
with
just mean with
Scott.
someone in general. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. No, I just mean.
I was like, why are you being coy about it?
Yeah. I just mean with someone in general. No, playing with Scott was fun. I mean, he hadn't played League of Legends since it first came out because he plays Dota 2 more, and like they're totally different. It's comparing League of Legends to Dota 2 is like comparing Call of Duty to Halo. Like they're just really different, And
Yeah.
whoa. I got him. But yeah, so like the entire listeners, if you haven't watched VGU Plays episode 3, it's up obviously by the time this one's up. This is episode 4. But we compared he basically went through the entire episode just comparing the two. But then it was also me teaching him how to play because he'd be like, I don't know what this is or what this does because they're a little different, but We had fun. We lost, but I mean, I still had fun. And we won. Don't call it a
All
comeback.
right.
I've been
Hang
here
on.
for years.
Look at me up there with wow, Sappy Muffin. Sorry, wow,
Sappy
I can't
Muffin?
speak. Sappy Muffin 53 was like we were backpacking.
Sappy
That person.
Muffin.
Backpacking is a term I just heard recently.
Backpacking?
Yeah.
You mean like
Um,
carrying?
it's like yeah, like you're carrying their weight basically.
You're
Oh, I'm gonna
just
go up
dead
to
weight.
SR32. Yeah. Look at
Oh, I
that.
leveled up too. I didn't even. I just looked up
Bingo.
and it was like, nah, you're
I got a Spartan
22.
point, assassin.
Yeah,
Holy
I was 24 and 13. Jesus.
yeah, there's my Spartan hop. Hang on, I think there's something at 32 that I can change around. I think my stance can change. Yeah, I can do the assassin. Alright, I'm doing the assassin.
Well, look
Check
at
it out.
you.
Bingo. Oh, Haven, please. Haven, please. No. Oh, it's just the two. What?
No,
Is
it's
it just the
gonna.
two of us?
No, no, no. It's. They're gonna push us into. I don't know.
Yeah, it's another word because there's usually
We
the other
automatically
players.
win.
And we automatically win. It's red against blue, and blue is absent.
Dude, that like the. I know I'm not even like gonna enjoy it as much as like my sister is, but I like the Wii U. I'm not even hiding it that well, to be honest. It's
Victory!
yes.
Wow!
We're that good.
We are that good. Look at that. Did everyone see that? We just destroyed them
That's
so
how
fast.
good we are.
So fast. I don't know if human eyes could have seen that.
It was like Dragon Ball Z when
Oh,
when the Cell Saga and Goku gets so powerful, he's just moving so fast nobody can see him, and they're like, "What's he doing?" He's just like beating the shit out of Cell, like blah blah blah,
I love that I don't know what you're talking about, but
Did
sure,
I get
sure.
experience for that? No, I didn't. I was like, "Oh my
No,
god!"
no experience for
I thought
doing
I
nothing.
did, but no, I keep like my dresser is in my closet, and my closet has like sliding doors, and the doors are usually always open. So it's just sitting on top of the dresser with like the games I bought her. Just fucking sitting there. Like I'm not doing a very good job of hiding it, but like I keep looking over at it, and then it's like calling to me, and it's like you want to play me, but I'm like, but I know I'm not going to enjoy you that much.
Yeah, as I think I told you, I'm probably going to get a Wii U sometime early next year. When I have some more funds, because it's not really a priority right now. But
Then there ain't a lot to play, so
yeah, there's not a
I
ton.
gotta
I
get
mean,
I gotta get
I thought
Mario though.
Zombie U was interesting. It's gotten very, very
It's very
polarizing
mixed.
reviews.
I want to play it I didn't want to
Which
play
means
it
I'd
though.
probably enjoy it.
I
Like
didn't want to.
I usually, if the game is okay, I enjoy it.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to play it until I was talking to a guy I know, who's a manager at GameStop, and he was telling me because I guess he got it and Wii U, and or yeah. So he got a Wii U and Zombie U, and he was telling me about like how you have to pick locks and look behind you and all this stuff, and it does a really good job of like immersing you, and it has permadeath, and it's really hard, and I'm like, that sounds really cool, actually.
Yeah,
Like that, like to me, that sounded really interesting, like something that could be really fun to like play, and it's one of those games where you're always trying to master, you're always trying to get the like your best playthrough. That sounded appealing to me. Like, I don't know that I would pay for it. Like, maybe down the road, like
oh,
next. I bet you next Black Friday that game will be like $10. Like, pick it up.
yeah. Oh,
Oh yeah, so I've officially like within the last week I've bought like 16 games because I just spent money on that THQ bundle,
ah,
that Humble bundle. I gave them $10 and got all that stuff. Although I wanted them to go into my inventory and they didn't, so now I own like games that I don't give a crap about, like Saints Row and stuff, and
yeah.
Darksiders, which I already have on PS3, and now it's like in my library for Steam, and I'm like, you know what, whatever. Yeah. Some of it went to charity anyway, but I mean, I got Metro 2033, never played that. I kind of wanted to play that, and then forget what else was in there. There was just so much. Oh,
Oh,
what's that game? The Mars game.
the what game?
The Mars game. God, what's with this lag? It takes place on Mars. It came
Doom?
out. It came out when we worked at GG.
Are you gonna have to go, who made it?
Well, THQ obviously,
Oh, that's right.
it's like it had
Make
it
It on
had like a
Mars.
gravity
Came out
element to
last
it.
year, 2011.
It had a gravity element to it. Oh my god, it's like red something.
Red Fact.
Red Faction. That's the one. The latest Red Faction game that came out that had like all the gravity shit in it. Like I never got to play that.
Oh,
And,
okay. Yeah, I never.
the game that everyone said, like the general consensus is that the first 80% of that game is amazing, and then the last 20% sucks balls or something like that.
Kind of like Mass Effect 3.
I don't know about all that. I adore that trilogy. I thought the ending was fine, and Nate Gamer backs me up on that. So
Well, that's fine. You guys can. I mean,
that's fine. You
be
guys
wrong
can
all
be
day
wrong
long, that's
together. Don't pull that shit on me.
Oh, got him.
Can't find
Kind of.
anyone. They always find me. I'm like always the hunted in this mode.
I was always the hunted.
Never the hunter.
Damn it. Am I using my double XP right now? I don't even know.
I don't know. Holy crap.
Oh, crap.
Dude, where are they? I haven't seen a single guy in like a whole minute. Oh! I got him. I got him.
Seriously, you haven't.
Oh, I found one now.
Double
I mean-
kill.
oh man. Yeah, no, what else came in that THQ? It's like Darksiders, Saints Row the Third, which I don't really care about. The only reason I don't care about it is because it's Grand Theft Auto clone, and I mean it's different from Grand Theft Auto. Okay, don't fucking email me or tweet at me telling me I'm a fucking moron, but like I'm not into those kind of games. I'm not I don't know. Like Grand Theft Auto I can't get into it like at all. There's something about it. It's like boring to me. It gets
Grand
boring
Theft
after a
Auto?
while. Yeah.
I've never been a huge fan of Grand Theft Auto, to be honest. Like, I think we get. My brother had Vice City. I know my parents hated that he had it. And then, but I never really played it. And then he got GTA 4, and I played like a few minutes of it. But like, especially back when GTA 4 came out, I wasn't big into like this kind of sandbox kind of element, just to roam around. Like, oh, I kind of want to just play a game that has a set story. I never really liked the shooting in Rockstar games. Like,
Yeah.
I put up with it in LA Noire, but I never really liked the style. That little dot in the middle of the screen,
Yeah.
the little white dot. I always thought it was a little wonky. It was a little too heavy. I never really liked it.
Red Dead was good, but it was way too long. You know what? That's the one thing about Rockstar games. They're way too goddamn long. They're so long. And I just like lose interest. I'm like, I don't give a crap anymore.
Oh,
When you're like, make me go on the same mission, they're like, oh, we're just gonna take these drugs on a boat across, the bay, and you're like, something is going to go wrong. It's, there's never a mission in Grand Theft Auto where everything goes swimmingly. It just doesn't happen.
well, I mean, isn't that kind of the idea, though, of a game that you play?
I know,
Two
but it's
assassinations.
like so unrealistic where it's just like everything in his life. It's like he could go, just eat a burger and some shit's gonna go down, like.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's similar to just about every other video game character, because, I mean, look at the Master Chief. Everything he does, something breaks bad. He has to fight people. He comes across some new enemy. I mean, every time.
Well, they gotta keep.
Why?
That
Because that's
they,
interesting.
They gotta keep the
not
franchise
interesting to get
rolling. Oh,
destroyed.
Game over.
Back.
we're back.
Yeah, that was a
from
little
our
weird.
difficulties. We had frozen consoles and all kinds of crap happen, but we're cool.
All right. So you want to keep playing SWAT, or do you want to try something new?
Oh, we can do whatever. I don't care.
Let's give
But like we were talking about, so
let's give Dominion a try.
we were talking about the release date that for Beyond Two Souls that was supposedly leaked, but then not leaked, and it was in May next year.
Hmm.
And at first I said no, that's bullshit. But then I thought about it and said, you know what? It's probably real because they're probably not going to want to compete with the PS4 if it comes out next fall, and I'm pretty sure the next Xbox is going to come out next fall. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, we're already getting all the rumors, and there's all those pictures, you know, of like what it supposedly looks like, quote unquote. You know what's crazy though is I didn't think about this. We're gonna find out next month if that magazine was real or not.
Is that next month? I thought that was
Yeah,
their
it was.
last
No.
edition.
Their December issue is
Oh,
that was the leak, and it was a rumor. Everybody was saying like the rumor is that their second to last issue, their December issue, was gonna be the one that like dropped the ball on the Xbox 720.
so shouldn't that thing be out already? Don't magazines usually release like a month before? Like their December issue releases in November. Isn't that usually how it works?
Something like that. I don't know, but I think they just like I think they just meant the one that's coming out next month. I'm pretty sure. I think by then we're gonna know if that whole cover and all those pictures that were supposedly scanned out of it were real or fake. They looked pretty real to me, but I mean Photoshop.
Yeah, I mean you can make Photoshop. You can Photoshop a lot of things, and especially to someone like me, I'm not a trained eye. I could easily look at it and go, "Yeah, it looks legit." Like, no, that's totally Photoshop. Like, oh well.
You gotta look for. Well, sometimes Photoshop is extremely obvious.
Well,
If you're,
sometimes it
but
is,
if you're
yeah. But
really,
like,
really,
if someone
really,
puts effort into making it not obvious,
yeah,
you're gonna fool
if
me.
you're really, really good at Photoshop, it means that you take the time to look at like almost every pixel. It's because you're making sure every pixel looks exactly correct. You know,
Right.
so I mean, I don't do like weird Photoshops or that kind of stuff. I use Photoshop to make logos and websites and pictures and cartoons and shit. So I don't use it to I know how to I know how to turn people into like cyclopses and shit, like you kind of learn that in like early graphic design because you learn how to use clone tools and stuff. But um yeah, I mean it looked pretty real to me, so I feel like that's what it's gonna be. And all those I love the whole Blu-ray thing. I just like the irony,
Yeah. Well, I mean, Microsoft backed the
Well, I
wrong
mean,
one.
I'm
It's
not.
like,
I like Microsoft too. I'm just Sony definitely needs the money. Like they need it. So I mean, if Xbox is gonna be paying them for all those Blu-ray drives, that's gonna be good for them because
crud.
Gain the lead.
got you, son.
We gotta fortify this bastard.
Charlie.
Enemy has Charlie, and I think
Yeah,
they're
well,
moving
I'm
on
already
Alpha.
here, so
Charlie.
Alright, we just gotta fortify this base, and then we can start moving out.
coming in.
Defend at all costs. Lost
Damn
the
it.
lead.
Guys had like a railgun just chilling. Thinks he's all badass
Enemy
and shit.
taking Charlie.
I hate that thing because I can't use it correctly.
Gain the lead.
Rocket launcher.
Dude, were all my loadouts just like completely changed or something? Because I didn't have like any special abilities or anything. Do you have like the special abilities?
Yeah, I have regen. Maybe you picked the wrong loadout.
No, I looked through all my loadouts. I didn't see any on any of them. They got like completely wiped. I don't know why.
I don't know.
Enemy
Oh wow.
Charlie.
Maybe your save data got fucked up or something.
Base capture initiated.
Okay, we're red. I'm like,
Yes, we're red. Yeah.
fuck am I doing?
Resupply problem.
All right, now what do I want the DMR?
Yeah, plasma
Shoot,
kill.
shoot. We got the base. All right.
Oh, with the DMR. There we go.
taking Charlie.
We're taking Charlie. Rah! SWAT.
You gotta love how intense he is.
Yeah. He's just like,
He's going at
enemies
it.
taking Charlie. I'm not on my watch. Probably on my watch, but I'm gonna try.
Well, not on my watch. Well, probably on my watch.
You know what? I really miss like all those Halo 2 maps. The Halo 2 maps were just like, they were so good.
Are we taking this yet?
I'm taking this.
Darn it! I thought I could ride out that storm of people trying to kill me.
Taking this couch.
Enemy captured Bravo.
I thought we could
They
get
got
him.
Bravo? Darn it.
Thought we could get him, but then we didn't. Alright, let's see here. Let's get Bravo back.
Gotta get Bravo
I ain't
back.
standing for that shit.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
God damn it. Somebody had to have a rocket launcher.
Resupplied Alpha.
Still winning though.
Oh, that's a... Yeah. Goodness. Alright, so what else do you want to talk about?
Lost
I'm not sure.
Do you want to talk about the roundtable that we just did last week?
Was that was a Mass Effect one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm all
Basically,
for.
the
I'm all
question
for-
is Mass Effect 4, should it be a sequel or a prequel?
I'm down for a prequel. They shouldn't even call it Mass Effect 4. They should just call it Mass Effect.
Well, I'm calling it Mass Effect 4, whatever.
Well, yeah,
it's next.
we're gonna call it that until it gets a title. But I'm saying they shouldn't. I don't think they should call it Mass Effect 4 if it's gonna be a prequel. I'm pretty sure that most people want it to be a prequel because like spoiler free, where are you supposed to go after that? You know?
Well, I kind of think that there are a few more story options than you might think, especially when you take into consideration the extended cut.
enemy.
I'd just like to see a game series keep moving forward instead of going back all the time, because like every trilogy ends with, all right, well, I guess now we gotta do a prequel. Like, and I'm like, I don't really necessarily want to see everything from before Mass Effect. Like, why not? Because like the First Contact War and all that stuff, it could be okay, but I don't know. It's one of those things like I really know the universe. I don't really want to rehash what I already know. I kind of want to go into uncharted territories and see what else they're going to do, because they don't want Shepard in it anymore. So why does, the whole story doesn't have to end. Just, it's Shepard's story against the Reapers. You could build an entirely new story based in what I thought was interesting was you could take all the decisions from the original Mass Effect game and not like individual
The big ones.
Would you say? But I mean like the big ones, like the end. You could take like that and then kind of use that as a springboard and
I feel
let
like,
players
though-
see an entirely new universe or entirely new galaxy based off of that big decision they made at the end of the.
Yeah, but I feel like they would have to make like 3 different games. You know, you know what I mean?
That's part of the thing about Mass Effect is it's always been interesting because it's a ton of it's a ton of different experiences, and you're basically able to play the game a couple of different ways, and there are a ton of different ways things can pan out depending on how you play it. And I know that's a big undertaking, but that's the unique selling point. That's what makes it great, as opposed to just
You know what I would rather... I mean, they're going to make more Mass Effect games anyway, because, I mean, it's Mass Effect. It sells a lot of money. I always said it sells a lot of money. It sells a lot of copies.
A lot of money.
Yeah. You know what I really want just, like a fantasy RPG, but like in the same vein that, Mass Effect was. So, like, 3 games where you kind of build this character and you make all the choices and stuff, but I just want dragons, I love fantasy stuff, so, and Dragon Age is cool, but it's not like Mass Effect. All the games are different from the others. Not, nothing really transfers over. I want that kind of, like I've been with this character forever, like the character's mine,
Yeah.
I want that. but I just want it in a fantasy setting, and not like I would be okay if they rebooted Dragon Age and did like a Dragon Age trilogy with that, but I feel like they probably feel like they've gone too far, and they're already working on 3, Dragon Age 3. So it's like, you know, what are they gonna do now? They might as well finish what they started and then maybe like re-roll the dice. But and yeah, I feel like they probably don't want to do another fantasy game while they have Dragon Age, because then it kind of like splits the fan base a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So what I would suggest EA does, because you know they're totally listening to what I'm saying right now, but what I suggest they do is do Dragon Age 3, you know, however the hell you want, just do it. You know, Frostbite 2 engine, great, it's gonna look amazing. Do it, and then after that, like really rethink Dragon Age. Like, you don't have to change lore or characters or anything like that. Just like rethink the way you make that game, because I feel like I'm not alone in saying I would love a Dragon Age trilogy that was like Mass Effect in its like RPG elements. I think that would be awesome. It would be great. But
Yeah.
but that's a long way down the road. But that's what I really want. That and more Uncharted.
More Uncharted.
More
But, like,
Uncharted.
see, the thing about it is, like, it's cool to have more Uncharted, but, like, everyone always talks about how, like, oh, well, you know, the trilogy and it's over and you're done with the third thing, and Uncharted,
Not Uncharted. I mean,
kind of a trilogy. I mean, the problem is a trilogy. There's a difference between three games in a series and a trilogy. A trilogy is a specific story arc
that goes
over the
three
course of
different
3.
things.
It's like there were the Star Trek. It's like the Star Trek trilogy, right? The Star Trek the motion picture came out, and then Wrath of Khan, Search for Spock, and then Voyage Home all had kind of like similar plot elements. Like, you know, they kind of expanded on one another. You know, like, you know, spoiler alert, Spock dies at the end of Wrath of Khan. Search for Spock is what happens after, and then they go to find him, and then Voyage Home is what happens when they come back to Earth and stuff. It all tied together.
Mm-hmm.
But the motion picture and then 5 and 6, right? So then you know, Undiscovered Country. What was it? Final Frontier and then Undiscovered Country. Those are 3 movies in the same series, but they're not a trilogy because they don't have any kind of. It's just the fact that the characters.
That's
are the
like
same.
saying
there's no
that,
story arc.
That's like saying the Indiana Jones movies are a trilogy.
Right, because they're not.
They have like nothing to do with each other. That and the
It's
second.
just the continuing adventures of Indiana Jones.
That and the second one's a prequel. So. You know what I mean?
What, Temple of Doom happened before Raiders?
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't know that. I saw Temple of Doom like once or twice. I did not like it, so I really don't bother
I like
with
Temple of Doom. I mean, it's the it's the worst out of the originals. I don't really count 4, although I've only seen it once. I feel like I need to give it a second chance, because my friend has told me like the first time you watch it, it pisses you off, but if you watch it again and kind of just take it for what it is, it's not as bad.
I think people are incredibly critical of that when they don't need to be that critical. Was it as good as 1 or 3? Absolutely not. I think it's better than 2, though. I will watch it. I won't watch Temple of Doom. So I
like Temple of Doom. I think it's funny. Other than the characters, like the female character in it is total just example of like what's the word?
Lost the lead.
Like the stereotypical.
Oh, the damsel in distress.
Yeah, female. Like can't do shit for herself, just screaming like broken nail, all that crap.
Yeah, that stuff.
But she was kind of annoying. But I mean, I still like all the short round stuff and the whole Kali Ma, all that crap. That was all cool. I just I actually as much as I love the first one, and I mean just because I'm saying this doesn't mean the first one is like in my eyes crappy, because people take things the wrong way. But I like the third one better.
Yes, I like the third one better.
But I'm not saying that Raiders is bad. I often tell people all the time, like, Raiders of the Lost Ark is the perfect movie. Like it's got everything in it, and no matter how much you watch it, like you still love it, you still laugh, you still like gasp, and you're still like, come on, get through the door, you know, like it's still fun. It's still like one of the most fun movies to watch ever. But I like really love the story in the third one. Like even though it's not it's darker than the first one, and it's got, you know, it's got different themes. It's got the whole father-son thing going on, and you know that's different from the first one where it was just kind of like indie on its own. But
Yeah.
I like all that stuff, and also the Holy Grail is a really fascinating thing to me because I'm a history nut, as many people will tell you. I'm just obsessed with history, and the Holy Grail is something that's always been really interesting to me. So I like really love that movie. But I freaking love Raiders also. The movie is just fantastic. I still laugh my ass off every single time like the guy with the sword shows up and he just shoots him.
Oh, that's such a great scene.
Every time. I've seen it like 100 times. I still laugh because it's like hilarious, and especially when you know like the story behind it, it's even funnier. Like apparently, like Harrison Ford had really bad diarrhea during that scene, and he was supposed to have some kind of sword fight, and instead he just like fired the gun and walked away because he was like fuck this shit.
Yeah, he's got nothing to do with it. Did you see the video of the fight choreography? They had like Harrison Ford going through the fight choreography, what it would have looked like.
No, I didn't see
It's
that.
pretty
That's
cool.
pretty
It's pretty
cool,
cool.
actually.
I think it's on YouTube. But yeah, they have like a special thing where they kind of just show you the behind the scenes footage of him doing the choreography for the fight that they never actually filmed.
That actually sounds hella interesting to watch.
Yeah, I mean it looks. But you know, it's funny. I read this somewhere. I forgot who said this, but it's like it's way more. It's like if they had a fight scene, it would have been cool.
But it wouldn't have been as
It wouldn't have been iconic. Because like that moment where he just shoots the guy, it's so funny. It's etched in so many people's memories because of that. So like other than that, it would just it was a fight.
Yeah. I love the fact that the fight underneath the huge aircraft carrier like was never even supposed to exist. They just had like an extra day.
Really? I didn't know that.
So apparently all that stuff was there for a different scene, and they had got ahead of schedule, and like Spielberg was just like, you know what, we have all this stuff, we could like, you know, do some crazy awesome fight scene here, and like all the choreographers were like, yeah, and like have the guy like fall in the propeller and stuff, and they did it in like a day. They did the whole thing in like a day.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but it's not in the original script. If you go read it, that whole scene's not in there. They just wrote it in after because they thought it would be really cool. And that's also a really iconic scene.
Oh yeah, the
that
helicopter
movie.
blades. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Bitch. Darn it. We're winning, kicking ass, but I was hopeful.
We almost had him.
Yeah, we almost had him. So I was like,
I was trying to take back Charlie, and those two guys came in and stopped me from recapturing. All right, we got it, but we gotta kill him now.
Okay, we got one of them. We just gotta hunt these sons of bitches down. Hunt them like cattle.
They're probably going for.
I think we
Going for
got
Bravo.
another one.
All right, I'm right near Bravo. I'm going up.
I'm going up there. Try to go up there.
I think I got one guy. Very deep. Ah!
We were so close. Almost got that guy.
Oh, did they take it?
Yeah, he did. So we're capturing.
And they're
it again.
taking Charlie.
They
too,
took it
aren't
with
they?
the last guy too. He was like
Teammate joined.
defending or whatever.
Taking Bravo.
They're taking Charlie from us. Who's in the? Are you in the
I'm near B.
the Banshee?
Holy shit. No, I'm not. I like ran over by my teammate.
Alright, I'm initiating the capture on Charlie.
Surely.
The stories behind how things in films, you know, like worked out is really interesting. Like I really like, you know, hearing those behind the scenes stories. Oh, shit. I really like hearing those behind the scenes stories and how things, you know, came about.
Mm-hmm.
And how a lot of times, you know, they put something on paper and then something completely different is what they get. And it's way better than what they had on paper.
Yeah. Usually that's what happens when losers are writing something. I'm really, really glad he just, like, stepped off Star Wars, you know? Just let somebody else repair that franchise. But I'm hell of excited. Like, all the names that are floating around for the writers for 7
What, possible directors? And
yeah,
stuff?
and they're all, like, really good. So I have really, really high hopes.
I hope he's got. I hope. Yeah.
Holy crap! There's a fucking tank over there.
I mean, it was pretty exciting watching the prequel trilogy. You know, like once again, another time, I think people really, really, really hate it when I don't think they're that bad. I don't think they're not. Obviously, they're not on par with the original. They just aren't. But I don't
One
think
is
god awful. Like,
one
everyone seems
one
to
is
really hate them. I don't know
one
why.
is pretty abysmal. Like, I used to say the same thing. Like, one ain't that bad, you know. And then I watched it recently, and I was like, man, this movie is bad. Like, it's just like the first 15 minutes are so freaking good. You know, they're just so entertaining. And then as soon as Jar Jar shows up, it all goes to hell. And then, you know, half the movie is a racing movie. So it's like,
That pod racing scene does go on for a
oh
long
my
time.
god, dude, the pod racing's like an hour. It's like a whole hour of nothing but, you know, it's god. And
Try
then
something else.
and then 2, I mean,
King of the Hill.
I didn't think 2. Everybody was like 2 fucking suck because it was just people making out. And I'm like, no, it wasn't. Okay, they fought Count Dooku and shit. Like, you know, they like flew around. Yoda was there. They did things, okay, and they have to set up the whole like love story anyway. You knew it was coming. Why are you
Well, it
complaining?
had to come. Where were the kids
Yeah.
gonna come from without a love story?
I feel like
Jeez.
the prequel trilogy got better as it went.
I don't know. I didn't like. I liked for prequel trilogy for me. It was 3, 1, 2. I didn't like 2. I liked 1. I really did.
I don't know.
It had
haven't
an
watched it in a long
awesome
time.
lightsaber fight at the end. It had a really cool villain who was severely underused. But I don't know. I liked it.
He's in Clone Wars. He's
Huh?
in the show or whatever. Darth Maul shows up in the show or whatever.
Darth Maul wasn't in. Wasn't in. Oh.
No, the show.
Oh, you mean the
Clone-
show? Oh, well,
yeah.
I'm not. See, that's. If I'm talking about the movies, I only care about the movies. I don't care. Like, is the same thing with the video games. Like, oh, it's like, well, you know, I'd want to know about, say, like Gears of War. We were talking about. I want to know about the Pendulum Wars. Like, well, why don't you read the comics? Like, no. I don't want to have to read the comics. I want to play a video game. It's a video game series. It's like Star Wars, a movie series. Like, you can expand the universe if they want to do other things. That's fine. But I don't want to like requisite material to understand
I got you.
everything. You know, it's like I want a movie. I want to watch a movie. Like, I only really, like, kind of acknowledge what happens in the movies. That's why I like the Knights of the Old Republic games, because they were so far removed from the movies, they were their own complete continuity. They were thousands of years before, so you didn't even have to worry about any kind of overlap. And, like,
You're
I
like-
took KOTOR as KOTOR, you know?
Yeah, you're like, what if Jedi's? And somehow, like, their technology hasn't gotten any better. Like,
Yeah,
you
I know. That is pretty wonky. That's like a couple thousand, like 4,000 or 5,000 years, and their technology's basically the same. You know, they have the hyperspace, and they go around. You can go to 5 planets.
Well, I mean, if you actually like think back on the original trilogy, it was kind of dark. I mean, just in the sense that all of the architecture and stuff was all beat to shit, and all the stuff they used was like really, it was old and worn out. It's because,
Mhm.
war had just tarnished like the entire like galaxy. So it was like nobody was really manufacturing anything. So it's all old, rusty shit,
Yeah,
and that was really cool. And then when you watch the prequel trilogy, everything's all new.
yeah.
That might be a kind of a turn off to some people, but
I don't know.
I don't know. It was just the original trilogy had like a grittiness to it.
Well, yeah, and that kind of just goes along with it because you what's that? Drift, abandon. Let's try and drift. Um, but I can't even know what I'm talking about right now.
Star Wars.
I mean, this is a normal thing for me. Everyone that might be listening, I don't usually know what I'm talking about, but no, the Star Wars, like it goes along with the theme of it. The original trilogy, you're focusing on these rebels who are just kind of scrounging together whatever they have, but they're under the big boot of the Empire the whole time. So everything's really crappy, and you can see how the galaxy is kind of crappy because of the Empire's iron fist rule. They're not thinking about the people; they're just lording over them, and it's clearly tearing everything apart.
Yeah.
So but that's the theme. You can't go back to the prequels and then have all this kind of shitty stuff because it doesn't work. There's no empire lording over everyone. There's a republic. It doesn't make sense.
You know what? Though a lot of the other continuity stuff, like
King of the hill.
Star Wars: The Old Republic, actually, I'll bring that up because it does a good job of showing you
Control the hill.
stuff that the movie didn't. So like, if you think about the movie, it kind of gives you the impression that like everyone in the Empire is like an evil asshole,
The lead.
and it's like that cannot be true. Like there are good people in the Empire. They're there. It's just like there would be bad people that would latch on to the rebellion. So like
Right.
that game actually shows a really good like paradigm. Like there's gray to everything. And the Star Wars movies are always kind of lacking in that. They're always like, oh, the rebellion, even though we just committed like a terrorist attack on this giant ball, and now like all these people, all these families just lost all their husbands and wives, whatever, we're free, but
That's another part of this whole kind of like, it's this real like just idealist, easy good and evil story. Everyone on the Death Star. You don't feel like the Death Star exploding is a terrorist attack. Why not? Because everyone on the ship is evil, and everyone that was fighting the ship was good. So like if it was would you feel like you don't feel bad about in World War II if we bombed a Nazi camp, you wouldn't care about that. But you bomb a city like Hiroshima or Nagasaki, that's a much different thing.
Yeah.
Because you're not targeting a military target. So it's the same thing. In Star Wars, the whole idea of it is that because the whole idea of the Force is this dichotomy of good and evil, and everyone on one side is all good, and everyone on the other side is all bad, kind of. And the only element that you have in there that doesn't conform to that is kind of Han Solo. That's why everyone likes him, because he's kind of in the middle. He's more self-interested than everyone else, but he's not like evil,
he becomes good
Oh,
at
the
the
Empire.
end, though.
Oh yeah, well that's the character arc. But why do people love Han Solo? Because he's the
He's like gritty and
he's kind of gritty. He's not the young kid like Luke. He's kind of the seasoned vet who everyone, you can kind of understand him because not everybody is idealistic like a lot of people like Luke, or Obi-Wan, or not everyone's like that.
Also, Han Solo is dashing as shit. So
Well,
like,
that helps.
yeah. So I mean that's part of it. But dude, we are getting our ass kicked.
Yeah, we're getting railed right now.
Railgun.
Railgun.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. But
I completely missed this. Damn it.
plus, I mean, George Lucas was pretty much just following like the whole Joseph Campbell thing. There wasn't really like trying to shake it up and.
No, the formula is very. It was just the formula,
Yeah, it's just like for storytelling that it's yeah. Those movies, I swear to God, if they ever remake those movies, there's gonna be hell.
Oh my God, no! Please don't ever remake them. Look at what happened when they made prequels. And we're not talking about a remake. We're talking about a prequel. And look at what happened. People went friggin' nuts.
I know, but now they're making sequels, and how do you think
sequels? People are gonna. I mean, but people are critical of everything because they like to. It's fun for them to criticize other people for putting their stuff out there. You know, and it's easier to criticize someone else for what they do than to create something yourself. And I completely understand that. But that's why I try to be more fair with criticism than, you know, I think a lot of people aren't very fair with their criticism. I think they just have prejudices and they hold it against something. Like, you know, someone else said that it wasn't good, so that means it's not good, you know? No, just because someone else said it wasn't good doesn't mean you're not going to like it. It doesn't mean it could be good.
Yeah.
But you kind of feel forced to hate everything that everyone else hates.
The force. Yeah, I get that. It's just, I always try to just keep an open mind about things. Which is like, when I first heard about Star Wars 7, I went, because I immediately thought it was like Lucas's doing, you know? But then I heard about the Disney thing and what was happening, and I went, oh. And then you know, I found out he's not even like gonna have a part to play in it, and I'm like, oh, now I actually care, because I feel like there are people that could write that universe better than he can, because the thing about Lucas is he's very old school, and it doesn't work really anymore. I mean, there's people that enjoy it. I enjoy like really old school stories, like all that pulp stuff that he loves, you know, because he's all into like that Flash Gordon shit. It's like super cheesy. I mean, I love that stuff too, but for like mainstream audiences, it doesn't really click. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't click anymore to them. Like, they want, you know, what's modern, and that kind of storytelling is not by any means modern anymore. So like, people say, oh, he's bad. It's like, he's not bad, he just doesn't know what he's doing. Like, that, or he just is like, I have so much money, I really don't give a shit what other people think.
Yeah, it's kind of like whatever. Which, yeah, he has enough money to.
Which, I mean, I could respect him for that. Like, if he wants to make what he wants because he has so much money, even if he loses it, you know, he just wants to make movies. I mean, I would do the same shit if I had all his money. I wouldn't give a fuck what anybody thought. I'd be like, you know what? I want to make a friggin' movie about an archaeologist that finds a UFO. I really don't give a damn. You know what? Like,
oh, teabagging. That is, he didn't even do it right. He wasn't even near my face. He was like,
he was near my legs.
It was actually more like he was sticking. No, he was actually kind of like sticking his ass where my dick would be, kind of. So I don't know. That's a little.
He's like, oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to do one more match?
Let's go one more. I think.
One more. Do you want to do King of the Hill again, or do you want just like Slayer, or what do you want to do?
Let's do something else.
Alright. It's fine.
I think this is the longest VGU plays ever.
I think so.
We need to get people to submit, like, would you rathers, because it would be hella funny to answer.
That would be great. We need to get someone to do a would you rather. Let's do a Slayer. Let's do a regular Slayer.
Slayer. Oh, shit. Something in my eye. I have to, like, film Lunchtime Adventures in, like, 20 minutes. You know how many shows I've done today?
I'm assuming you didn't have, like, class or anything. Because
I did.
Really?
I went to class.
You were just, like, doing stuff all day.
I went to class, and I actually had to record myself reading a news story. Like, we had to do like a mock press conference, and we're learning about news writing for broadcasting right now, so we have to learn to get like all the points out in 30 seconds, but it has to be written in such a way that like the pictures show up. So like for weeks we've been writing just this like small paragraph and refocusing it, and then we went into a sound booth today and had to record ourselves like reading it off at, like a reporter would, and we had to make our voices sound like the way it would sound, and then next week we're gonna put like the pictures to it, so it's gonna look like a news broadcast and stuff. But
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. But I can't wait to get out of school. I finished all my CSU applications this week.
Hmm.
Woo! Can't wait to get out of community college. Go to a real school.
Boy.
Slayer.
Oh,
Oh.
Laban. What levels of
Eliminate
Slayer, that's right. And I'm like, what are we playing? Laban. Whatever. I got you.
Oh, goodness.
I need to go back to like GMR.
Ah, crap. I need to go back to actually having a custom loadout. I keep forgetting to do that when we switch.
Oh yeah.
Like, you know, I don't have my dexterity, I don't have my Promethean vision, I don't have all that stuff that I usually have.
There
Or
we
that
go.
shielding. That's usually my thing. I got dexterity, shielding, and the Promethean vision.
Oh, the DMR.
Ah! Come on, buddy, where are you?
I feel like seeing
Wow, he
calm
moved
down
fast.
a little bit. Oh, apparently like Black Ops 2, to no surprise, like just totally like stomping this game out on the live charts.
What, Black Ops 2 stomped out Halo?
Yeah,
Yeah, well, that doesn't surprise me.
yeah. I mean, there's still like
Halo's great, but I mean...
Halo's got its own
Totally.
fans, you know. There's people that play both, but I mean, Halo has its own fans that just play Halo, so I mean, they ain't even gonna play that game.
ready.
My dad was like talking about getting it for PS3 because he has a PS3,
Mhm.
and I mean, he never fucking plays it. He has one game, he has Battlefield 3. Not even lying. And he was, well, at first he was like, is that he's like, is that Black Ops thing like an expansion for Modern Warfare? And I'm like, no. He's like, because I couldn't find it on the store. I'm like, I know, because it's not on the store. Like, you gotta buy
It's
the
a whole new game.
I was like, it's its own game, Dad. And he was like, oh. Like, I thought it was an expansion. I'm like, nope. It
I
is.
kind of understand this if you're really not paying attention to
Who
video
is
games
calling
at all.
me?
Like our parents probably are not
I
really
think
paying
my
attention to
co-host
video
is
games.
calling me. No, my
I can
girlfriend is
understand
calling
not
me.
quite getting that.
Yeah, well, my.
It's kind of what made me laugh about it, because like it is.
The funny thing is, my dad like plays video games. I mean, he doesn't play them as much as I do, but he does. But I don't know. He hasn't played a Call of Duty game forever. I don't know why he suddenly like gave a crap. He's always on Steam. He's like picking up like some random sim train game or some shit. He picked up Diablo. I barely got anywhere in it. I was like, dude, come on, Diablo. Diablo.
What's with this Bush League stuff, Dad?
Like, what's with this? I'm tired of your shit, Dad. Forces of darkness. The forces of darkness are not going to sit by while you scratch your nuts and watch this football game. You need to. You need to defeat the armies of darkness. All right.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me right now.
It's getting intense. Damn.
I saw a tweet about someone getting pizza, and now I really want pizza.
Oh,
but
I've had pizza like 2 days in a row. I don't want any more goddamn pizza.
Are you kidding me? How can you be tired of pizza?
Because I had it too goddamn bad. Because every Tuesday I have lunch with my co-host. Alright? And we either
Hence
go
the
to,
lunchtime.
we either go to we either go to one of two places. We either go to All-Star Burger, which is this like really local burger place next to us. It's friggin' delicious. Or we go to Mountain Mike's Pizza because they have a lunch special and it's all you can eat. Like between a certain amount of times for $8, you get full salad bar access and you get like all you can eat pizza. And we went to Mountain Mike's. I had all you could eat pizza,
Request confirmed.
and then forgot the fact that since we had done so well at work with the credit apps, they bought us pizza. So I went into work early and ate more pizza. And I'm good with pizza for at least another week. Like, I need to give it a rest. I want, like, I don't know what I want actually. I might have wings tonight. It's like a ceremonial Wingstop thing now. Every time before we write our comic book, we're like, well, we might as well go to Wingstop.
Yeah, I'm not big on wings. I don't go out to eat much because, well, I used to, but I just go to fast food places by myself. Now I don't really go anymore because I'm on a diet.
I
Kind of.
love wings.
Trying to lose some weight.
I am such a huge fan. You know what's funny is, like, I pretty much just, like, maintain the same weight, but I know when I start eating too much because I gain, like, 5 pounds, and then I'm like, I need to watch what I eat. And I watch what I eat for, like, a week, and then I lose the 5 pounds again. And then I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm back to where
Like-
I need to be.
My problem is that I look at like my weight and I'm like, well, I'm way over where I should be, so I'm like trying to lose a lot of weight. Like I'm not.
Game over.
The amount of weight I have to lose sounds like a ton, but that's kind of like the weight, not just to be healthy. Like that's the weight to like be in really good shape. Assassination at the last second. But like
Gotcha.
I should probably lose like 25 pounds or so. That's like a ton of excess fat and
I got you. Well,
and stuff
I'm
that I want to
five.
do. But like if I lost it that weight, I'd be like in really good shape.
I'm 5'10" and I weigh like 185, which is only slightly above what I'm supposed to. And I don't look 185. I look like tinier, but
But I'm about the same height, but I need but I got a lot more weight.
all right. I think this was
I
officially
think
the
we're good to go,
longest VGU
so.
plays ever.
All right, so that was VGU Plays episode 4, right?
Yes.
All right then. See you next time.
Bye bye.